Hi everyone, happy Tuesday, and today's topic is all about creativity. So I used to think that I was not a very creative person. It was actually a huge stuck for me. I thought it was one of my biggest weaknesses or learning opportunities back in the day, that I just was not very creative. And I think at the time what I was thinking creativity was that, I had to be really artistic, or I had to create something out of nothing, or it just had to look a certain way. And what I realized over time is that it can create a lot of, judgment and pressure when you look at creativity as something so definitive like that. Like, you've got to be this very artistic, artsy person to be creative. And in my eyes, when I think about creativity now, what creativity really means to me is that it's just as simple as channeling your energy towards something that excites you, and you end up creating something out of that, however small or big. It could literally be as little as writing a sentence that is really inspiring to you, and you maybe post it on your social media or you share it with someone. Or it can look like solving a problem or a challenge that you're facing and coming up with a creative solution. So it doesn't have to just mean something artistic. And one of the things I like to think about too when it comes to your creativity is that it's all about following the path of energy. So what I mean by that is, oftentimes we say, okay, we really want to create this project, or we want to create this thing, whatever it is, and then we get a little stuck. Maybe we have a block somehow, or we just can't come up with new ideas of what to do. To me, those are actually the perfect times to not do that thing that you said that you were doing. What I mean by that is go and take a break, go and invite in a different activity, try something else out, because if you keep trying to hammer away at the same thing, you're going to find over time that you're going to feel that much more drained and jaded about it. So I'll give you a personal example of this. For the longest time, I was wanting to write an Enneagram book, because the Enneagram is something that's a big passion of mine. And I was working on it, and I even was working with my mentor as a co-author, and something just wasn't clicking in terms of my creativity. And then what I realized over time is that wasn't actually the book that I was meant to write at the time. Because what was really energizing and inspiring for me was journaling about my pregnancy journey. So that's the book that I ended up writing, and I'm actually in the midst of putting the final touches on, which I'm very excited about. And yet, if I didn't follow that little hit of inspiration, I might have been trying to really push through and create something that I wasn't really meant to. So that's the biggest thing to me, is that sometimes what you think you're supposed to create is not actually it. And instead, if you start tuning in and listening to your energy and what most excites you, that's the thing that you're supposed to create, however small or however big that is. That's my encouragement to you, is to check in with yourself and see, what are you most inspired to create? And that thing that you thought you were supposed to create, is that really inspiring to you right now? So there you go. That's my topic for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.